So what do you say? Let's destroy it, okay?
Sounds good.
Hello everybody, Megazard here, back at it again to give you another very exciting video, and for today I'll be reviewing a certain scientific Railgun T episode 11 called Joining the Battle. And if you haven't already done so, you can go ahead and click that card in the corner and check that video for my episode 10 review if you just so happen to skip it, or if you just need a quick little recap or refresher though before diving up into my episode 11 review. So you can watch that and then bounce back over and see this one though. But man, I gotta say with this one, oh man, yes, we are definitely at the climax. You know, Misaka completely lost control of herself. She's on the way from transferring from level 5 to level 6, and all crap is basically busting loose. We're getting to see some new additional characters we haven't seen in quite some time. We get to see Touma get up in here. We get to see a little bit of Sogita action up in here. You know, everybody's just trying to pitch in because now basically our main character Misaka is basically out of commission. So it's basically up to everybody else that's been her friends or supporting cast and be able to kind of pitch in all out effort in order to be able to stop Gensei from allowing her to advance from level 5 to level 6. And we get to see this small little fraction of her power as the transferring process is going from level 5 to level 6, and it is devastating. And I can't even imagine if she would fully manage to actually hit level 6 what she would be capable of. So overall, you know, action speaks louder than words. So you know what, it's pretty much cut and dry with this episode. I gotta, you know, of course say my little 2 cents about what I thought about the episode though, but I don't think it's gonna be too terribly long though. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight up into this episode review of a certain scientific Railgun T. Ever since Sogita was formally introduced at the beginning of this installment, I have thought that he and Touma would make quite the pair when they ever get to fight side by side, as implied in the anime opening. But since his debut, we hadn't seen much of him until now. And from what he was able to display, along with the tag team assist from Touma, I was not disappointed when they both converge on the power overwhelmed Misaka. Touma's Imagine Breaker allows him to stand side by side with Sogita and his level 5 power, but just as significantly, this is one of the rare times when Touma's force of personality is being overwhelmed by an allies. Now, he doesn't have a chance to sprout as much of his normal righteousness because he's dealing with a clear superhero wannabe. The scene where he just tosses Touma at Misaka was also terribly amusing. And I mean, he sent that boy flying so hard, and for a moment Touma was thinking, oh shoot, how am I going to stop? Because that dude was literally flying 30 miles per hour. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how these two are going to be able to resolve that fight. And honestly, just from the little tag team that they showed, you know, throughout that one main part of the episode though, honestly, it was really cool, you know, trying to see Touma kind of zip up in there, trying to, you know, tap Misaka and try to bring her back down to her senses, because I feel like at the end of the day, Touma is going to have to play that role. But as for everything else that's sort of kind of going on, I think that's going to be Shokuhou's department in order to kind of mess with though. This episode had plenty of other action going on as well. Now that she's not being cast as a villainess, Misaki is really starting to show some likable character. Well, I'll say a little bit more likable, because at least for me, I was always drawn to her character, and I honestly really liked her character, even during some of them sketchy moments in the past. But for those that were more so on the fence with her character, because she was sort of kind of acting shady and stuff, and we didn't know the full context and the full, you know, backstory with her character, at least now she's more likable for them. And she seems to know that Touma can do as well as who he is, and her interaction with Kuroko was also entertaining, as is Kuroko's reasoning out about why she's doing what she is. If a level 5 is going to trust her to act, those are some big shoes for her to fill. And her battle with Kozaku's puppet which starts this episode, should be interesting to follow as well. Probably most significantly, some of the thoughts I had in the last episode about how Kozaku was fitting into the stage of the plan and how Gensei was going to be able to manipulate Makoto and to what end have been answered for the most part though. And the infusion of the Misaka network is indeed providing the back door into Makoto's mind and is in Edo's state where she's so overwhelmed by the power influx that she cannot remember her own name, and that certainly leaves her vulnerable to suggestion, which Kozaku is providing. And the target, well, the heavily fortified windowless building where Aleister Crowley is located. Even Gensei cannot even have access to that, so he needs a fully powered up Makoto to break its defenses. And if this is what Makoto can do only at 2% of level 6, her full level 6 power would have the city devastated level. Now with this, with only being 2%, you can think, you can do the math along the way. That's basically Misaka at like a 5.02, and we saw a big old lightning bolt come down on that building though, but even Gensei was like, man, that's not even going to be nearly enough power in order to bring that building down though. So that was, really huge and really shocking to kind of see play out like that though. No pun intended. The one mystery which still remains at the end of this episode is what Kozaku's goal is in all of this and how it has to do with anything manipulating Makoto. I still have to think it might have something to do with Dolly from Misaki's flashback a couple of episodes back, but we'll see. Overall, the episode has a lot in it, and it seems like it's building towards a very dramatic climax. And that's pretty much where the episode ends though. So honestly, there was quite a bit of action, not a crazy amount of talking that was sort of kind of going on though, but with the action speaks louder than words. It was very kind of cut and dry, and didn't have too much to say about this though, but honestly just had a few thoughts to say about this episode though. So let me know down in the comment section down below, what all did you think about this episode as a whole, and are you excited about seeing how the battle will basically play out between Touma as well as Sogita with their interactions with Misaka and trying to calm her down and bring her back down to earth before she manages to hit that level 6, or how you think Shokuhou is going to be able to handle the task at hand in order to be able to stop Gensei, and then what in the world is Midori's whole entire objective, because I feel like even though she's sort of kind of working with Gensei, does she have some kind of ulterior motive? Like maybe she's kind of the spy within. I don't know. That's just my little gut feeling though, but y'all gotta let me know down in the comment section down below though. So if you really like this review, make sure to go ahead and hit that like button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that bell to stay up to date on all things a certain scientific Railgun T that I'm covering for this season though. So make sure to tune in next week for my episode review over Railgun T episode 12 called Exterior. So remember y'all, until whatever video I make next, see y'all.
Super amazing! Awesome! Now's your chance, bud! Hold on, wait! Good luck! I'm here, might as well try!